This is the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. Hello, Tiffies. Sorry I'm a bit late, everybody. I was my friend Jean. Sorry, Jean. So I'm sorry for the delay there because I've not used the Instagram Live for a few days and I had to remember how to use it. And I've got my new light, which I think when I stand back it'll be okay. So I'm so pleased that you could all join us for the first live public edition. And then we've got Ailsa, who's been looking forward to this, so thanks for all the good wishes. Hello Christine, hello Polly. And what I'm going to do at the beginning, and I will play this at the end, but we have the drum roll and the suspense is killing. So hello Catherine, we'll need to get some puddle voices. Hello Mark. And the whole week's episodes have actually been sponsored by Mark Rogers, so MR Associates. So we want to say a big thank you to our friend Mark, and able chef himself will be getting a few tips. So are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bonnie and Babs are cooking in the kitchen, happy to be switching up some eggs for you. Bonnie and Babs are making finger-licking chicken and the sauce to thicken with some real good fun. Oh yeah.
And that was also featuring Bonnie at the end, so that was amazing. So I'll play it one more time so that you can all dance away.
Bonnie and Babs are cooking in the kitchen, happy to be switching up some eggs for you. Bonnie and Babs are making finger-licking chicken and the sauce to thicken with some real good fun. Oh yeah.
Sing out, Ailsa. And I love that wee grrr at the end from Bonnie, so this is so funny. So for those who have just joined and you missed the theme tune, I'll play it again when we're closing. So on tonight's menu, we have Cajun roast potatoes, we have a chicken escalope, we have a green bean salad and a homemade coleslaw, all to be made in the next 20 minutes. So what we're going to do first of all is we've got the oven on at 180 fan and I'm going to make the roast potatoes first. So I've already got my there are 5 new potatoes. This is me using some leftovers. So what I've done is I've parboiled these. If you were doing it at home, you can do it from scratch. So these are just new potatoes which have been cooked. You can see as I cut it, it's nice and soft. And I'm just going to actually cut them into 4 so that they look like wedges. And I think we saw Mr. Potato earlier. What are we saying? Oh, I thought it was you. What were? So these potatoes are just being cut into 4. And Mr. Potato is now getting cut. And that was a funny face, that was the mud. So this is the Cajun potatoes. I was going to get some Cajun spice, but I didn't get it in time. So I have made my own. So this is the potatoes here. And then what I'm going to do is just get my baking tray. And I'm going to put them in, like so. And then I've got 3 cloves of garlic, which I'm just going to put in with the skin on. And then in here you can see I've got my spices already made up. And what this is, it's half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Don't think you can see that. Smoked paprika, parsley, ground cumin, and chili powder. So this could be a vegan recipe and vegetarian for this element. So all I've done here is put half a teaspoon of everything in there. And then what I'm going to do is, you could measure out the oil, 2 tablespoons. But what I'm actually going to do is just pour a bit in. The Bonnie and Babs kitchen like liberal cooking. And we don't tend to measure too much, but if you were doing it at home, you'd put about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just mixing that in. That's the spice. I'm actually going to add a wee bit more here. So doing this, so the potatoes take the longest, and you can put this in. And then what I'm going to do is just drizzle this over. And then we're going to whack it in the oven. Okay, so that's the first element. Oh, forgot one. So we'll need to keep a wee eye on that. So in 5 minutes we'll be doing that. So hello everyone who's just come on. This is the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. So we've got our Cajun roast potatoes in. And now what we're going to do, the next element is the chicken. So what we want to do is, I am using cling film, but we're not quite eco-friendly yet over in the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. We are trying, but we had 2 rolls of cling film already left, so I think let's keep using this. So that's the chicken here, and what it says on the recipe, the chicken escalope is actually a variation of a recipe out of here. Variation because he serves it slightly different. That's Joe Wick's The Fat Loss Plan. I think some of you will have been doing his PE, which is brilliant. So this is a kind of variation. I like to look at a recipe and then tweak it and make it my own. So that's the chicken wrapped in here. And now what it said is that you're to use a mallet or a rolling pin to bash it. So I didn't actually have any. So I'm actually going to use the frying pan, like so. You get all the comedy on the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. Oh, that's... And it's going to burst out of the frying pan. I can assure you the chicken was dead first. Right, so that'll do. So I'll just clean the bottom of that. Great. And now what we're going to do is make the dressing for the chicken to go in. So you can see that that's cooked. That's now flattened to about 1 centimetre thickness. So there's a few utensils I'm going to have to buy for this. So now we're going to be making up the oil dressing. So what we want to do, again, it is about 1-2 tablespoons of oil. We're going to put some of the dried parsley. Just a wee shake. I'm going to put some ginger paste. I should have laid them out a bit more. Well, that's not. The ginger paste, I'm just going to take half a teaspoon of that and fling it in. And we want to have some crushed garlic for this. So we use our garlic crusher. I've already peeled it. So that's your crushed garlic. And then you're just going to scrape it off. I'm actually not that keen on a garlic crusher because I think you do get a lot of waste, but we'll just put that in. Then we'll just get a fork. So we're just going to mix this round. So we've got the oil, the parsley, the ginger paste and the garlic. And what I'm going to do is turn the pan on. So just mixing it up like this, because what we're going to be doing is coating the chicken in it. And then what we also want to do is I'm going to get some juice of a lime. I love lime. It did say lemon, but I'm kind of varying. And I thought with the ginger, I've added the ginger, the lime and the garlic. These are a lot of the favourite flavours. So you're just squeezing it. The best way I find, rather than using a kind of lemon squeezer, just put a fork in and then you're squeezing it and you can see all the lovely juice that's coming out. Smells delicious from where I'm sitting. You should get a garlic twist. Right, okay, I'll look into that later, Tiffies. So keep all the hints and tips. This is a team effort. So you can see there that we've got a lovely baste there for the chicken. And I think actually I'm just going to bash that a bit more. So exciting. Poor chicken. Just as well it's only me that's eating this tonight. So what we're going to do now is smother the chicken in there for a minute. Ideally you should use a griddle pan, but we don't have one, so we are just changing the way we're doing it. So you can see there that the chicken, look at that, it's covered in the stuff there. So that pan will be heating up, and what we want to do is we're going to cook the chicken for about 3 to 4 minutes each side. So I'm just going to put that there for a second, and I can feel that heating up. So while that pan is getting up to temperature, I'm just going to clear some of this stuff away. Okay, and then we're going to be making our coleslaw. So that feels really good, nice and hot, and this is going to be absolutely delicious. That's our new catchphrase, absolutely delicious. Can you remind us what the dish is called? Okay, it's a chicken escalope cooked in a ginger, lime and garlic kind of marinade. I'm going to add a bit more of that, just rub that in. Great, and also we have our Cajun potatoes, which every few minutes I'm going to just give a shake. So you can see the Cajun roast potatoes there, and that just keeps them cooking. This smells gorgeous. And now we're going to be making our coleslaw. So for our coleslaw I have already prepared the carrot. The reason being I got gifted a really nice grater thing, but I've somehow thrown out the top, so the grating at home was a bit dangerous. So I didn't think I would do that on the live stream. So I've already got the carrot. I'm going to use 2 different types of cabbage because that's what I had. So that's 2 large carrots. And we talked a wee bit last week about knives. So the way that I cook is you need rely on a good knife, and these are so important. So what you're wanting to do is shred the cabbage as thinly as you can. Okay. You could use a food processor if you want. And what I'm going to do is just turn this over. So we've got no oil in the pan, but we've got oil on the chicken, and you can see that starting to go lovely and brown. So a bit more of the red cabbage. and then I'll have a wee look at your comments. And then I tend to use my hands like this. I have washed my hands briefly. It's only me that's eating it, so obviously you would be washing your hands well if you were touching the chicken. We don't want to have any cross-contamination. So you can see that's coming along nicely. So I'm going to add, just rinse my hand again. I might actually not add all the cabbage. So what the recipe had said was 2 carrots and half a cabbage. So I was going to do half of the red, a quarter of the red and a quarter of the green. But actually these look quite big, so I'm not going to do that. So I might just add a wee bit of this. Keep that mixing around. You can see that. That looks nice. Fling it in. Okay, so that's for the coleslaw. I think I'm just going to leave that. So hello, clear my clutter. So we've got so this week's recipes, so I opened a pack of chicken there and there was 2 breasts in it. So tomorrow I'm going to do another recipe with a chicken breast. On Thursday I'm going to do a recipe with a tortilla, making some pizzas. And then on Friday, Clear My Clutter, who has just joined, we're going to be cooking a dish. We're going to cook a nice chilli and we're going to take it round to Clear My Clutter. And that is going to be such good fun because both her and her husband are not going out at the moment. So we're going to bless them with a nice meal from the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. And also from Mark Rogers, since he's sponsoring all the recipes this week. So this is just some onion. It's half an onion, which I'm just going to sprinkle over and add this. So this is the basis for our coleslaw. And then we need to make the sauce for the coleslaw. So that's that basis there. So you can see, I think I'll be eating this for a few days. Okay, so we're just going to clear this away. Right, so for the coleslaw, what we want is just getting another bowl out. Okay, this is smelling absolutely delicious. I'm going to turn that over. You can see that, so yum. So, I'm making it a wee bit healthier, so I'm going to be using some yogurt in this. This is natural yogurt. And I'm just getting a spoon. This is how you use all the utensils in your house. So Brian's saying, I will be happy with a bowl of coleslaw. Right, I'll bring you and Joe some round after the show. And then you can put a comment on and see what it's like. I've actually got a couple of baked potatoes in the fridge, so I could maybe do you a baked potato and coleslaw. Let me know if you want that. So we've got some yogurt, and it says I'm going to make quite a bit, so I think I'll just put maybe that's about 10 tablespoons. And don't worry if you make too much of the dressing, because it will keep in your fridge for a good few days. We're going to have some reduced, Brian, thumbs up from Brian, so a bit of mayonnaise. I've got the Seriously Good, which was on a 10 to 5 thing, so that was on offer in the co-op. Right, Brian, this will hopefully help you. So we've got our yogurt, our mayonnaise, And then we have some Dijon mustard. So half a teaspoon, like so. That's there. Nice, we'll need to try it. Yep, Aileen, you'll enjoy that. So that's half a teaspoon of the mustard. I'm actually going to add a wee bit more because I think I was a bit generous on the very good. Right, so we're nearly there with this. And of course we always cook with salt and pepper at the Bonnie and Bab's kitchen. So a nice big generous amount of salt and pepper. And then remember the tip from last week, if you're doing something like this, you can just do it into the cap and then just pour it in like that. So some salt and pepper. And I'm just going to turn this. Oh, perfect. You want it nice and caramelized. I'm going to turn that down to 4. This is where we need an apron here at the Bonnie and Bab's kitchen. So we have the mustard, the salt and pepper, we have the yogurt, and I'm going to add a wee hint of lime. And also I'm going to add a wee squirt of this, which is, I don't know how you pronounce it, agave nectar, which is a natural sweet product instead of sugar. So I'm just doing a squirt of that. So that'll make it like a kind of honey and mustard. Okay, so you can see there, that's your sauce for your coleslaw. I'm just going to try that. Nice. I better not lick the spoon and put it back in if Brian's having some now. Okay, so what I'm now going to do, I think actually I'm just going to fling the whole lot in. I think I've measured my quantities well. Is there anybody else from Greenock that wants some that wants some coleslaw? I've maybe got enough for about 6 portions, so Brian and myself, so maybe another 4 portions. Wowee! Right, this, oh my goodness, this is going to be so tasty. Right, so, okay, so that is our coleslaw. So you can see there, that, see if you were, just if I was here myself, I would woof the whole lot there. So Elsa, me, Tiffy's, I live in the outskirts of Greenock. Not quite, but you are a key worker, so you would qualify. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn this over, and you can see that's almost ready, and that's gone nice and caramelized. So what I'm going to do is just cut into the chicken ever so slightly. And what I want to do is see if it's white all the way through, and you can see actually that it is. So it's now, you see how tender that is? So I'm just going to turn that down to about 1 just to keep it warm. And finally, I'm just going to do a quick wipe. What are we doing for time? Great, we're nearly there. Hope you've got an NHS and key worker letter for all that. I know. Okay, so finally, so we've got our Cajun potatoes in the oven. We have made our coleslaw with a healthy-ish dressing. We have got our chicken escalope, which is cooking beautifully. And now we're going to make the final part of the dish. I'm just going to give these a shake. This is our Cajun potatoes. They're coming on. I'm actually just going to turn that up a bit. And finally, so exciting! We are going to have a green salad to go with this. So what happened was I had some green beans and I looked at them and they were about to go off. So if you ever want to keep your vegetables for a few days longer, just blanch them and cook them and then you can do it. So we have got the green beans, which I have topped and tailed, and I know a lot of you prior to this were saying that you couldn't do, you didn't know anything about cooking, so I'm going to kind of really teach you over the next couple of weeks. So to top and tail a green bean, all you're basically doing is breaking off the top and breaking off the tail. So when someone says top and tail the green beans, you're left like that, and then I've chopped them into about 4, and then I've cooked them maybe for about 4 minutes, and you can see that they're nice and they're not too overly cooked. They taste delicious. And finally what we're going to do is make a dressing to go on the top of this. So when I make dressings, I like to use a jar, and again what we're going to do is, there's a lot of oil in this, but this kind of oil is better for you than cakes and biscuits, as we keep saying. So I might not use all of this over it, so I'm going to use the, I'll do that later. Again, some salt, oil, some pepper. Good. Okay. And we're nearly there, folks. I'm just trying to see where I wrote down the recipe for that. We have some vinegar. I'm going to put a bit of balsamic. Ideally you could use some just some white wine vinegar. I like the balsamic, and when you're doing a dressing you want to have more oil than vinegar. You could either do 2 equal parts, or you do 3 parts of the oil to 1 part vinegar. So I like to do this, put in the oil first and then you add the other ones, and you can see there that it separates, and then you can just approximately measure. So I'm happy with that. I'm also going to add into this again some whole grain mustard this time. That's about a teaspoon into that. We've got the salt and pepper already in, and then I'm going to add some lemon juice, which I'm just going to do a squirt of lemon juice. And that's that. I'm not going to add any more garlic because I think I've got quite a lot of garlic already. And then the joy of using a jar is you can then shake it like so, as if you're making a mocktail. So the jar is brilliant because then it really gets nice and creamy. This is the best way to make a salad dressing, and if you don't use it all, you can then have that in the fridge, keep it in the fridge, it doesn't go off, so you can use it over the next number of days. And I absolutely love that. So you can see there that you've got a really nice salad. So Brian, would you like some of the green beans as well? So we'll see if Brian wants some of the green beans. I'm still waiting for anyone else to take some of the coleslaw. Anyone from the Greenock area. So what I'm going to do is, let's have a look. So that's kind of gone over it. I'm not going to add all of that, and then I can use that as a salad dressing tomorrow. And finally just mix that over. So if you were having a kind of barbecue, you could prep the coleslaw and all of this first. And you can see there that we've got a lovely green bean salad. So thumbs up from Brian, okay. So you'll get your dinner brought over later. Okay, so Elaine's saying make sure that the lid's on tight. Yep, definitely. Otherwise it could be quite exciting. So we're ready to plate up at the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. So I will put this video on YouTube and also on Facebook. The police will book you if you're caught driving around. No, not actually, they won't, because you're delivering food to a vulnerable person and key workers. So Brian is a key worker and also needing that. So I will be very careful. But thanks for being cautious with that, Susie. That's why I was saying about the letter. Yep, no, absolutely. So we have our chicken here. So that looks good. So plating up the chicken. And again, if you're in the Bonnie and Babs kitchen, you tend to use all the utensils. What? I'm missing something here. Right, okay, they look perfect. So we have our Cajun wedges. Right, so there looks quite a bit of sauce on that, so I'm going to try and just flick them out without getting too much of the oil. Okay, so we've got our Cajun wedges. Okay, and then we have our green bean salad. So you always get a good portion here at the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. And then actually there's hundreds of coleslaw here. So give it another quick mix. And then there. A wee bit extra. Right, final! And then I'll play the theme tune again. Any final comments? I think we are all in need now that we've seen this lovely cuisine. Okay, so we have the chicken escalope, we have the Cajun roast potatoes, we have the coleslaw, and we have the green bean salad. So a lovely plate. So that's Kaylee saying that looks tasty. It does indeed. So tune in tomorrow at the same time. Look forward to getting your feedback. Please do give me your comments. And what I will do while I'm doing this is play the theme tune again, and you will be able to see that. So well done, Barbara. Looks fab. Thanks, Christine. Wow, Elaine's saying. Carrie, well done, Babs. Food looks delish, but the comedy is top class. Yep, absolutely. We like a good laugh here over at the Bonnie and Babs kitchen. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that Bonnie was actually a bit poorly. We've been out and people have been rolling their Easter eggs and the boiled eggs. So she got a couple of eggs. I think they might have been off, I'm not sure, but she's fine. The way that you can test if a dog is fine, open the fridge and rustle a cheese paper, and then they appear. But she's fine and she's okay. So are we ready for the theme tune? I want to see all your musical instruments there. Get your pots and pans ready as if you're practicing for Thursday night. Ready?
Bonnie and Babs are cooking in the kitchen, happy to be switching up some eggs for you. Bonnie and Babs are making finger-licking chicken and the sauce to thicken with some real good fun. Oh yeah.
There's a wee growl bit at the end. So that is our Bonnie and Babs theme tune, which we will need to get patent. So thank you, Brian. I'll get your address and text me it privately and I'll come round. Adelia, I know, well, Lawson is my last name, so maybe Nigella. A bit we are all waiting for. Yep, so any vulnerable people that are shielding or need a bit of the coleslaw, I'll be in touch with you. So thank you so much, everyone. Please tell your friends, like us, share us, comment about us, and we will see if we can make this show viral. So a bit of fun, and I'm here to cheer you all up as you're in lockdown. So tune in tomorrow and find out how we're going to do use the other chicken breast, and we'll take it from there. So thank you, all the love hearts. Thank you. We love you. Bye bye. Oh, Carrie, I see that. See you later.